Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to a year of adventure. We immediately pick up with the party, Ori and Cornelia tumbling into the sewing room. Cornelia with a large metal contraption strapped to her leg still.
Oh, yeah.
The smell of mold and sweat fills the air. A few dead moths lie on the floor. It's a rather simple workroom. It has an old-fashioned hand crank sewing machine on the table. Bundles of cloth are piled on another table. There's a rocking chair in the corner and a pair of dress forms, one empty and one with a tattered, ratty dress on it. A dirty window is in one wall, but reveals nothing by faint light, like moonlight.
Hmm. I would like to inspect the contraption on Cornelia's leg.
Okay, would you like to use a skill for that, or would you just like to look at it?
Give me a second. Let me look at my skills.
Yep.
Could I use... Where is...
Now, I'm just curious. My Durance was as, like an engineer builder.
Mhm.
Would I be able to use my, like, experience as in my Durance to maybe, like, know what this is or know how to get out of it?
You know what? I like that. I'll let you roll 2d10, but after Ori rolls.
Okay, I have fix and occult. Do you think either of those would work?
You know what? Both.
Okay, so that'd be 3?
Yes, 3d10. You know, you look at it, and you look it up, down, left, right, and sideways. It just ain't clicking. You determine it's metal, and it's a tube, and it is around her leg, and there are no more blades trying to stab into her leg.
I look at Cornelia and say, it's metal.
Gee, thanks, mister.
I love an implication in that like drow just don't know how to handle metal things.
What is this? So maybe I can take a crack at it.
Yes, you may.
Now,
Whenever
I
you are
will
ready.
say I have 2 in fix and 1 in occult. So
I'm gonna, because I like your idea of using your Durance, I want to reward that. So how about I just let you roll 4d10?
Ooh. If
Ooh.
this gives me a bad roll, I'm a fight. I'm a roll fight. Let's see. Roll. Change that to a 4. Submit. That's disgusting. That's not even mathematically possible.
It
I have a
could be
degree in
worse.
mathematics. This is not possible.
I mean,
Larry rigged it.
What the hell?
so yeah, you sit there and you ponder over this thing, but like the extra weight and just the cumbersomeness of it really drives you up the wall, and you just can't make much progress either.
Can you tell me what the 4 in there were?
Yes, you rolled a 5, a 3, a 3, and a 4.
Okay.
And Ori, you rolled a 2, a 2, and a 4.
Yeah, wasn't great. Okay.
Second,
Well, that's not cutting into her anymore, so that's a plus.
You are getting so lucky.
Now I'll just be a little slow.
Do I still have my sweetlings? Could they still like try to pry it apart?
You would know they are not strong enough to do that.
There's like a lot of them.
Yeah,
May
but
I attempt to fight it? Like get in a fight with it.
No. Actually, I have to look and see the game way it wants you to remove it. Give me a second.
Well,
all right. I tap the side of it like a used car salesman.
I was gonna say, is there a lock on it? I have the gun.
Oh, no.
You don't want me to take a shot at you with?
Yes.
I will say between both of your rolls, you found a piece of paper in the keyhole.
Oh
okay.
Bless us.
We take that out and we read it.
Yes, it says key may be found in the dripping room.
In the dripping room?
Yes, the dripping room.
I don't like that.
Is that something we would know?
You would just know that is the description of a room in the house.
Dope. Love that. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course, the dripping room. Ooh, do I have my magical book with me still? I do.
Yes, you do.
Does it work in here?
Oh yeah, it
Okay.
sketches a rough path through the house. You would know you're just a few rooms away.
Oh god, I'm so scared. Alright. Do you want to try and make your way to the dripping room?
I guess we have very little choice if we want to get this thing off of you.
That's my bad. Alright. Let us progress.
But while you're in this room, do
yeah,
either of you like pay attention to anything in here, or do y'all just kind of want to shuffle on through?
I think to do a thorough search.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you both to roll me get a character sheet, make sure I say this right. Problem with running so many games, I get them all tied up in my head. Give me a resist roll. Resist and occult for the domain.
Okay, resist is 1 and occult is 1, so that's a 3, right?
Okay, and I have no resist, but I have a cult, so that's 2, right?
Yes.
I'm about to fight. I'm about to throw my hands.
Okay.
So, Cornelia, first you look at this dress, it looks like tired. Then, on second thought, that dress looks amazing. And you feel like you should put it on immediately.
Nah, that doesn't sound like me. Alright. I'll do so.
I'll let you make an additional roll of just resist.
Okay.
So 2d10.
As I'm like actively putting it on, I'm trying to resist it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You walk over and you pick it up, and like you're just trying to fight it because you know.
Oh, something's overcoming me.
You drop it to the floor, and it like stops at like a standing person's height and kind of puts itself back on the dress form.
All right. Well, what the hell? Ew.
I am also staring at that like.
I like have my arms in the air, like I was ready to like slide it onto my body, and I'm frozen in fear in this position.
Okay, what else is in here?
That's like the only real thing of note. There are 2 doors leaving this room.
Okay, so all that was in here was a living dress.
Yes.
Is there so even when we look through the drawers and stuff, we don't find any paint?
No.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does this dress have pockets?
It is so tattered it does not have pockets. You tell it one time it might have, but they have rotted away.
Is there anything?
Can I turn it inside out?
Yeah.
It is very rough shaped to your eyes. Like, the more you look at it, the more you realize how much work it would be to make it even stay on your body effectively. You're like, I'd put that on and it would fall off.
Oh man, Cornelia was gonna be walking around naked.
Naked grandma. So, but like this thing is sentient or something, right? Like it just walked away from me and put itself back on a mannequin.
It's got something going on with it, yes.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else of note, then
do I see anything about it with my children's eyes?
No, they reveal nothing.
Okay.
But so the 2 doors that do not go back to the mannequin room, because I presume y'all don't want to go backwards.
No.
One of them you hear no noise. The other you think you hear the clatter of pots and pans.
Can I tell from the map it showed me
which one you would need to go through?
The right one? Yeah.
Let's see. So I have to look at the map real quick. Here. You would know that if you go to the room that sounds quieter, you would end up in the room that sounds like pots and pans eventually. So either one would get you there. It just depends how quickly you want to do it.
So going straight to pots and pans is a shortcut.
Yes, essentially.
All right. I mean, let's not beat around the bush, right?
Okay. As you enter the kitchen, which I love the very quick tone change of the room. It's strange in a room that was clearly once important, well used, and now stands empty. How long has it been empty? What happens to a beloved room when there's no life in it for a long time? Tile countertop runs around much of the kitchen with built-in cabinetry above. The room contains an icebox, a hooded gas stove, a large wall-mounted sink, a table with some drawer stands in the middle of the kitchen with a large wooden cutting board. There's a large window to the left side of the sink, but the characters can't see out of it from where they're standing.
I would like to open the oven.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can play the sound effect for you. Let's see. So, please turn on the volume of your Discord soundboards.
I have no idea what that means.
Let's see. Okay, and upload. Oh, it's too long. Okay. Let's see. Second. I did not notice there was a sound file for this room. I would have had this prepped.
You're fine.
How do I get the sound? Okay, let's see if y'all hear this. Do y'all hear it?
Or is that supposed to be playing?
No.
Okay.
Reenact it.
Just make mouth sounds.
Okay. I think I hadn't added it to the game yet.
Oh, okay. I hear it.
I hear it, but I dislike that.
So yeah, you hear that? You can tell it's coming from a nearby room.
Housekeeping.
Is that what it is?
You're not sure, but it's persistent and it doesn't stop.
Okay. Do you want to take that or me?
I can't even. What is it? I didn't even...
Do we know what phones are?
No, y'all wouldn't have heard a sound like this really. Like, there were phones in the Spire, but like they used light more than sound to signify calls.
Well, we should just navigate towards the sound.
Yeah, we investigate.
Okay, let me make this loop real quick. Okay. So yeah. Let's see. Y'all do anything else before y'all go to the before y'all try to follow the sound?
No, I find this sound grating and I want to deal with it.
Okay.
And it's in the kitchen somewhere?
It seems like it is coming from somewhere with it from a nearby room. So following the noise, you quickly find yourselves escorted to the parlor. Oh, I just tried to move myself. The wrong thing? Okay. Nope. Y'all didn't. There you go.
Awful.
It's like a Sims decor.
And you can tell that the ringing is now closer. Sure that didn't change how it sounds. Nope. Okay. It's closer now, but it's still not quite here. This room with brown and white velvet wallpaper, a matching but slightly darker Victorian style sofa, an unupholstered French chair might very well be the point where the festering wound of the darkest house first consumed the original house that it once was. Perhaps this is where the first house began missing the family it loved. Everything is old and tattered, even the wallpaper. There's a large hole in the wall behind the sofa, about the size of someone's head. And there's something dark and ominous about it. And there is a large staircase that ascends out of this room. Y'all want to look around in here, or y'all just going to chase down the sound some more?
I think it's worth maybe just quickly rummaging through, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. As y'all kind of like get into the room and the door clicks closed. I didn't expect y'all to go quite this fast, so I'm having to read and catch up real quick. Normally, I read the next room y'all are in while y'all are in a room.
We weren't expecting to go this fast either. The phone started ringing.
Sorry, I was focused because I was looking at the door.
Hmm?
Is there something behind that door?
No, don't make me turn my brightness up.
It looks like the answer is yes. There's also something behind you.
Oh my god, oh dear god, what is that?
Okay, well,
Okay, so if you look through the room, there is indeed a large hole in the wall behind the couch. Both of you roll me a d10, just for like your general like awareness.
Okay, could be worse.
I'm not paying attention.
Fortunately, you passed the threshold for this roll that I set.
Okay.
You both hear in a very soft voice. What do you fear the most?
Who's asking?
When you say that, you hear, what do you fear the most? Again, but it is not coming from the hole. It is coming from directly behind you.
I would like to turn around.
Okay. You see, and I'm just going to make this a new room real quick.
I think I'm gonna like what I see.
I don't know. Find out in just a second, though. Oh, yes, I'm making a person a map. This is a wise decision.
They're gonna be wide as hell.
Size to fit. Yeah, you turn around and you see this gentleman.
Huh? Who is he?
What is your greatest fear?
Do I get any aura reading off this?
Pitch black.
Pitch black. Yeah. All right.
I just kind of wait. Do I see him?
Yes, you do too.
I kind of narrow my eyes and ask, "Why would I tell you?"
He looks to you for a moment. Pauses. You can see no one, in his mind, no one has ever questioned him before.
Oh shit.
The hand with the ring kind of clenches. And roll me get your character sheet real quick. Do you think asking for a roll fight is fair to ask you to dodge something that's incoming?
I mean, that
Shit.
makes sense.
I guess so.
Okay, give me a fight roll.
Any kind of
question, do I
domain on
have-
this bad boy?
What was that?
Any domain on this? Perhaps a cult?
I would say no, because what's happening next is unexpected.
All right, so that'll
Okay.
be a 2d10, and I can say bye-bye to my
Well,
britches.
That was just for Ori. For
Oh,
questioning it.
sorry.
Yeah, and I
yeah.
have fight, thank God.
Oh, very nice.
Describe how you dodge the series of razor blades and chains that come from the wall towards you.
Okay, first off, that's a lot.
Wow.
Second, I drop and I roll away.
Tuck and roll.
Exactly.
Do you roll towards him or away from him?
Away.
As you stand back up, he looks at you again. Tell me your greatest fear.
We gonna do this again, old man? I didn't say that, by the way.
Okay, I was about to clarify.
That's me meta talking?
Yep, table talk is fine.
I look to Cornelia. Like, what the fuck?
I don't feel inclined to answer either.
Do you say that out loud, or are you just not inclined to answer?
I just don't say anything. I stay perfectly silent.
I am also silent.
You can tell he doesn't plan on going anywhere, and he's between y'all and the nearest door out of the room.
Ooh, I got an idea. I ask him what his biggest fear is. I'm gonna get my ass whooped.
We're both gonna get our asses whooped, probably.
I broke him.
Apparently.
No, sorry, I'm
There's an answer for this expected outcome.
my fear is my existence.
Damn, he answered? Oh.
Okay.
I don't feel like I should tell him mine now. I mean,
I
he
would
was
say it feels only right now.
he was so open.
No one's ever asked me before. You can tell that this, like, the metal thing on his face starts kind of like chinking up off of his head and just kind of flops to the floor.
What the?
I have to go. He like rips the ring off of his hand and throws it to the floor and like just pretty much jumps into the hole that he came out of. It is gone.
Break this man?
You gave him an existential crisis.
I mean, I just gave this man a full-on panic attack.
Yeah, he just
Oh my god, why did that happen?
because I wanted to reward a creative question.
Dang. All right. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, put y'all back in the room. So you're back in the parlor. The ringing is still coming from a nearby room.
He threw the ring off. Is it in the room with us?
Yes, it's on the floor.
Can I go pick it up very carefully?
Yes. It is a large ring. When you put it on, you hear his voice ring through your head. This is a pre-recorded magical message. This ring will allow you to undo any injuries you inflict to anyone or anything.
Sounds pretty handy.
Okay.
And then the voice fades, and you can, like, You have a gut feeling it's not coming back. That's just like a answering machine almost to when you grab the ring. But as you bend down to pick it up, you will go to the couch and you see another slip of paper.
Oh. Okay.
And you find another one of Mr. Harlock's remnants and journal entries.
Okay.
And I know, that is a lot to put on screen at once.
Can we get that read out loud for
Yes, okay.
the video?
Yeah, let's say, I was going to debate if I put a transcript on screen. I will read this. It is a lot. With Antimony's help and the power of the Lacuna, performed a conjuring I could never have managed on my own. Thing was awful. I don't know how to send it back. I enchanted some flames to keep it in place. Perhaps I could post some kind of guard, or perhaps I could build something. The Antimony tells me there are 8 mystic tools that can work wonders somewhere in the house. The tools sound familiar, but why? July 31st. The Antimony says it is possible to enter the Lacuna, but I'm afraid. I think it is not only an empty spot in space, but also time. August 1st. Have I already written this? I found a page and it appeared torn from my journal and the writing was in my hand, but I couldn't have written it. It was dated later this month, relating things I hadn't done yet. I strongly suspect there's something about the aeliotropic structure that unhinges us from time, and the journal entry that I saw said I entered it. I wonder why the page was torn out. And now, of course, I've misplaced the journal page. I don't know if it's just the forgetfulness that I've been experiencing, or if it faded away like some kind of ghost. I know that wayward or lost spirits exist as ghosts. But I know a thing or two about that. Perhaps things can have ghosts as well? Could a book? I'm not sure. You could read the ghost of a book. If I had the ghost book, I would take it to my private study. I'd have a way to read it there. The mother of something inexplicable. Things? Senseless things. One of those I remember, my dear sister whispering about this person. Being. Whatever. Whispering in some secret chapel. Is this mother related to our mother? Did I even have a sister? That suddenly doesn't seem quite right. And as you read this, you notice there's some dust glinting on something else under the couch. Would either of you like to grab it?
I'll grab it.
Okay, good. Grab the ring, so.
It is a translucent book. It is the shape of a book. It is a ghost book. You cannot read it here.
Right, my second ghost book. Let's go. Alright, I'll hold on to this.
Okay. And would y'all like to follow the ringing again to its source?
Yes.
Did we already search this room?
Oh, I'd say given it a careful hand. There's a few doors. You see one that goes out to a greenhouse.
Mm.
And there is the grand staircase that goes somewhere else. But you know,
does the ringing match what my book said about where we should go?
not quite, but it's all in this, like, it's not taking you too far out of course.
Okay.
But you find yourselves in another room I did not prepare. Give me a moment. My friendly reminder to all my DMs watching this. If you're doing this, take the hour or two it takes to upload all the rooms at the beginning of the game. Don't do what I'm doing.
At our next room, we could also swap over to Drayvon.
Yes, that's what I'm going to do. After you all go through this next room, we're going to go to Drayvon for a bit.
Okay.
Okay. So, map layer, room. Fit the page. Yes. And teleport. Okay, you'll see this new room, right? Player check.
What was that?
Ask if y'all see the new room.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Okay. A family gathering place without a family. This room has retreated into a realm of pure loneliness. There is a couch along one wall and a small decorative table against another. A large device rings. It is similar to the phones you have seen in the Spire, but different. Instead of light, there is noise. A small notebook sits on the table next to it, and a framed family portrait hangs on the wall.
Is the phone still ringing?
Oh yes, the phone is still ringing.
Okay, well, do you want to answer it, Cornelia, or me?
Sure, I'll answer it.
As you walk up, you notice the family portrait.
Yeah, I do.
It's pleasant. They're all wearing nice clothing.
Wow.
But you notice there's X's drawn over everyone but the boys' faces. And the word lost is carved into the frame. And you think you see something above the boy's shoulder.
You do?
Think you do.
What is it?
Look at your DMs.
I don't want to. I don't like when you say to do that. Oh, okay, it's not that bad. It's just a little shadow boy or girl or they. But it's just a shadow.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm having to quickly prep something. Come on. Come on. And it's crashing.
Oh no.
Okay. Got recovered. But I've lost my jukebox controls. Okay. My browser froze up for a minute. Give me just a second. I'm gonna pause the recording, load your tech support. We're back. Audio issue tech issue is resolved. So as you enter the room, it's much closer. So Cornelia, you are answering the phone, correct?
Yes.
Who is someone your character is close to that is or was close to that's no longer alive?
Neither of Cornelia's parents are around.
You hear the voice of your father.
Oof.
Hi, Cornelia. How have things been? I heard you made some friends and joined the ministry.
Yeah. How are you calling?
You're somewhere I can reach right now.
Do you know where I am right now?
Not exactly, but I can see you sometimes.
Can I see you?
Not yet.
Is there something you needed to tell me?
I just wanted to check on you.
I miss you.
Miss you too.
Well, everything's going good. Everything's fine. I'm doing really good at work.
You
All
sure?
about your love life.
You sure about that?
Don't worry about that.
You don't feel trapped? Don't feel like something's weighing you down?
That's not something my dad would ever say. Who is this?
After a long pause, the line goes silent.
What the hell? All right. Well,
You hear the dial tone.
something weird's happening with this thing.
What weird things happening?
I don't know. Well, first my dad called, who is not around. And then he said it was not him. Okay, he would never say something like that to me. And now this thing is screaming at me. It's going wah, wah, wah.
It starts ringing again.
All right, I'm not answering this.
Okay. I guess I will answer.
Okay. Who is someone your character is close to that's no longer with us?
That's a good question. What if there isn't anybody?
That's okay. Is there no one that you think? Can you not think of anyone?
Well, the only person, because the way I have it is I never met her parents, and she grew up
Okay.
in the temple, and she just
That's
became
fair.
midwife.
So, you do hear a voice, but it's of a child. Mother is very cross. You should probably hide.
Oh.
What do you mean, mother?
Mother is very cross. You should probably hide.
I look up at.
And then
can
the
I
line
tell if
goes dead.
Okay, never mind.
Can I check the caller ID?
On this rotary.
And you start to hear a new sound. Holy cow, you don't use sound cues all game, and now you're giving me like 5 in 3 rooms. Okay, so manage audio. I'm gonna get this down eventually. Click upload. Okay. Come on. Add to game. You hear this. So yeah, that's the phone call. I wish it told me that's what that was.
I hated that.
Will someone describe it to me?
It was someone very angry saying, "Mother is very cross."
Oh gosh, I'm gonna listen back so I can be upset all over again.
You hear the heavy footfalls and the ruffling of a dress coming from nearby.
Hey Ori, let's hide.
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Okay, both of you give me a stealth roll.
Oh,
Shit.
Rick.
I will say you can use whatever domain you think is appropriate. You don't even have to approve it, just
Sneak.
roll.
I have sneak.
Yeah, sneak, not stealth. Sorry, sneak.
Any? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's no stealth. Do
Okay,
we do no domain?
Yeah, any domain. I trust you to pick something germane, but pick something.
You got it. I'm rolling, baby. I'm rolling.
Ori, as your DM
Okay.
and friend, I'm offering you a reroll because the dice have not been kind to you
Oh.
tonight.
You can have the reroll from my sub.
Okay, so I get to do another 2 reroll.
Yeah.
Please don't
Because
be worse. Please
I
don't be
think
worse.
you've only passed one dice roll tonight.
I think so. Okay, please.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more because that's horrible.
Thanks, Larian.
Okay.
Oh,
And
There we go.
Paul's on y'all now. Instead of getting to the resolution of that, leave y'all thinking about it. Drayvon, you wake up in the tavern where you've been staying in Red Row. A dossier is tossed to you that I will have fully prepped and sent to you as a player character, or a player later, describing your Mark, the mortician who lives in the tower, top of the spire, and how you were going to get there. It details a long and treacherous climb through the Vermissian to shortcut most of the blockades and taxes and tolls you'd have to pay to get that high in the spire. It also details where you can find a ministry favorable quartermaster within the works to get anything within reason. The floor is yours. Where do you go? What do you do?
Well, after reviewing the paperwork, I think my first step would be to head to the quartermaster
Okay.
to see if I can pick up any provisions that I might need, supplies, tools.
It takes you about 2 hours, but
I've got time.
yeah. Like, for you, 2 hours passes, but you arrived there 8 hours before you left, because Vermissian.
Say that again?
You arrive 8 hours before you left, because the Vermissian.
Cool, okay. I time traveled. Does that mean technically I'm still asleep in the inn right now?
Yes.
Okay.
As you stumble into the quartermaster's office, he goes, I wasn't expecting you till later, but you sage types are always weird. What do you need?
So you said I have like a climb I'm gonna have to make, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have any like grappling or climbing materials, gear?
Yep, I got you a silk vest right here. You see as he stands fully that his legs are these giant mechanical contraptions that are like covered in suction cups and claws so he can like navigate the racks of equipment. And he kind of goes up and over, like somewhere above your head, and kind of vanishes for a while. Comes back with a vest that's very thin and light, and like almost translucent. But here, put this on. You can hold something about 50 times your body weight.
Awesome. What did you call it again? A silver vest?
Silk vest.
Silk vest.
All you have to do is grab the left shoulder and pull, and there's about 200 feet of rope within. And then just tap the shoulder to recall the rope.
Okay, that works.
And I need to write that down because that didn't exist till about 9 seconds ago. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties on my end. My computer is not cooperating tonight. Also, to stream, if I suddenly disappear, I've got really bad storms in my area right now.
Also, is there anything that I can acquire that can improve my carbine rifle?
You know what? Toss it over, give me a few minutes.
Okay.
He wanders back to the workshop, and there's all kinds of noise. Hear him cursing. Lots of profanity. Comes back, and it looks mostly the same, but there's a little doodad under the barrel. He goes, this you'll enjoy. So, as you know, the bullets fired out of this gun are strange. They have a temporal charge to them. So think of the normal barrel of your gun as the negative to its positive, pushing them down your barrel and out to the target. This is the return button. He does the lever action in a very fancy spin, pulls up to his shoulder, fires out into the distance. And then you see he presses a button above the trigger guard, and the bullet comes back and sticks itself to the front of the gun again.
Gotcha. Okay.
You ever see the movie Tenet?
I have not, but I understand the concept.
Yeah. Your bullets are going backwards in time, back to the gun. So you can choose to either shoot the bullet or catch a bullet that was previously shot. And what that will do is it will just re-add the stress that target took from the original shot. They will just take it again, guaranteed. I heard you're going against a mortician. You're going to need these. He pulls out those leather belts chefs have where they'll unroll it and it's full of all their knives?
Mm-hmm.
Pulls out something like that full of very strange, thin metal instruments. He goes, these are... We don't have a good name for them yet. I call them mortician blockers because what they do is you put them where a mortician has an implant. And it cuts their body off from the implant until they remove it. And when they remove it, they hurt themselves. So they're either brought back down to the realm of mere mortals, or they're injured, and the crazy, your godlike beings morticians are here. They tell you much about this man?
Anything I needed to know is in my dossier.
Most morticians will go their entire career with 2 to 3 implants. This man has 56. He's a human, which is a second oddity. But he is more dead drow than he is living human. Because most of those implants come from us. When one of us is marked legally dead and we're killed, part of their payment is picking parts for work. Howdy, Vixen. Thank you for both of those. I will redeem that hydrate in just a moment. I don't know if they're sending you on a suicide mission or if they think you can really handle this, but I got one last thing for you. I know you haven't been to a quartermaster in a bit. Here you go. He plops down a glass vial with a single blue pill in the bottom. I think you know what that's for.
I nod and just stick that away.
Vixen's stream has been good. And I know you types like your back doors. Go down the hallway, you'll see a stairway to the left, take the stairway down, pull the light chain 3 times, you'll be in the Vermissian.
All right. Thank you very much. And I just head off down towards the back door.
Okay. As you enter, you hear the sound of gunfire. Roll me fight.
A fight roll?
Yes.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'll let you use the occult domain.
Okay. So 3. Why are you not working? Okay, hold on 1 second. Sorry. Oh.
Okay. You manage to twist and contort yourself out of the way, and using, your knowledge of how the Vermissian works, you can redirect the bullets. As 2 members of the Church of the Gun come bearing down on you. What would you like to do?
Whew. And I'm in the Vermissian, right?
Yes, you are in the Vermissian, and so are they, and you can tell they are struggling.
Okay. And they've already made me.
Yes, they have found you, and they are coming towards you.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just gonna pull out my Vermissian carbine, load it up, take aim for the closest one's head, and take a shot.
Okay, get your character sheet.
And at the start of every session, I get to choose a knack. And I chose a rifle accuracy for fighting.
Okay, yeah, that is reasonable. Roll for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you can keep the occult domain because you are a master of the Vermissian, and
Cool. Gotcha. Okay. Hell yeah.
oh, holy cow! Okay, how much stress does your carbine?
Well, I don't know.
Okay, I am pulling that information up now because I don't think we ever went through that properly. Okay, so normally it would be a D3, but because you've done a crit with a 10, it is a D6. And I'm gonna presume you pull the bullet back right afterwards.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a D6, and whatever you rolled, it's doubled.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Total.
The bullet hits, and as his body recoils back, it hits him in the head, and as his body spins and the bullet starts to come back, it rips through his body top to bottom, and just reattaches to the front of the gun, covered in a little bit of viscera and bits. To put it in perspective, man had a stress capacity of 3.
Okay.
But the second one is going to get another shot off at you, and he is going to roll. He misses. Bullet goes wide.
Perfect.
You're up.
I think for this next one, I'm going to aim to disarm
Okay.
Incapacitate.
I'm going to say that applies a difficulty of 1, so reduce number of dice you roll by 1.
Cool. Okay. You are you gonna roll it? Let me try it again. There it goes. Perfect.
Okay. You connect. Roll damage. And I'm going to kind of make an assumption that you were trying to do this non-lethally.
Yeah.
Like, you're just trying to disarm?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah. That I wanted to disarm or incapacitate.
Okay, yeah. Just wanted to make sure we're on something. Because I figured you wanted to do it non-lethally, but...
Well, I did it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. You hit him, and the gun goes careening off into the void of the Vermissian. And you see him fumbling through his belt trying to find another gun as you kind of drift up closer to him. Dang it, they told us this was going to be easy. Just off one of these stupid ministers and we could get paid.
All right. So what I want to do is this is the reason why I wanted to incapacitate him was because I wanted to question him. So I'm gonna run up, hold my carbine, point blank at him, and basically start interrogating if I can. I want to know who sent you.
Who do
I
you
wanna know
think?
Right now. If I have to, I will compel.
Brother Helionite already isn't happy with y'all. Then he found out you're going after one of the morticians. He put up a sign-up sheet for who wanted to come, and that paper is full.
How do they know my business?
There's a mole. History.
There's a mole?
Yup.
Who's the mole?
Now that wouldn't be very productive to tell you, now would it?
I'd like to pull the trigger.
Go for it. You're close enough, just reroll damage. Bullet hits him in the chest. He kind of flounders back a bit. Ah, dang.
Who is the mole?
Look, all I know is there's some fancy pants higher up in the ministry. And they feed Brother Helionite the papers. And we put bullets where bullets need to go.
Alright, I'm gonna press the button to reclaim my bullet.
Okay. As it rips back out of his chest, the man succumbs to his wound shortly. And you are now in the Vermissian with 2 dead bodies covered in bullets. And we are going to take a break.
Alright.
Yeah. Welcome back, y'all. So last we left, Dravon, you had just had a lovely chat with a member of the Helionite Church. And they were none too friendly nor helpful. But as you're working your way through the Vermissian, you keep running into little groups of one Helionite here, one there. And the first few take some pot shots at you, but the rest just kind of hide. Observe, and you can tell they're talking into some kind of device, passing communications up the spire. Until you come to an unexpected exit to the Vermissian. Normally the smooth walls and kind of voidish appearance just carries on forever. You just essentially hit a brick wall with a manhole in the middle of it. What would you like to do?
what's with the manhole again?
Normally the Vermisian would carry on essentially forever, but you've run into a wall in the Vermisian. And the manhole cover is kind of sitting in the middle of the wall.
Okay. Can I like inspect the wall for any other signs? Maybe there's like a loose brick or
Oh yeah, give me
like someone engraved something on a brick or something. I don't know.
give me a investigate roll with the occult
Okay.
domain.
Sure. I'm very good at that.
Okay, yeah. You analyze it and you find that manhole cover was booby trapped. And that one of the bricks deactivates the trap, allowing you passage into presumably more of the spire.
I love that. Okay. Continue onwards.
Okay. So you're going to continue into the spire or backtrack, find a way around?
Continue on into the spire.
Okay, so if you jump out
So
into the spire...
I have to go up, right?
Yeah, you have to go up.
Okay.
As you kind of tump out, gravity realigns because this manhole cover that was kind of in front and, lack of better description, you almost swim through, is now the floor. So you have like a 90-degree shift and kind of belly flop onto the street.
I think I would have a little bit more grace than that.
Yeah, let's a bit more graceful. Yeah, let's give you some credit. You did roll well. I started to go like, wait, no, he didn't roll bad.
Like I'm used to traveling in and out of the Vermisian. I'm not belly flopping out at anything.
I want to get the name of the district correct, so apologies. You find yourself in Amaranth, the pleasure domes of the High Elves, the ice caves, Street of Mask. You are where few drow have set their feet, and fewer still have come back to tell the story.
Are you saying I'm in a pleasure house right now?
No, you were in the streets of Amaranth.
Okay.
You were not in one of the pleasure houses. They are surround like art houses and small film festivals go on around you. You are where the aelfir live in absolute luxury, well outside your pay grade. Even the street itself is lined with bricks of gold.
All right. Well, if I'm going to be standing out, I guess I would want to kind of make myself not visible per se. So I just want to kind of like slink into the shadows.
As you kind of sling into the shadows, you do kind of have a flashback to an earlier moment in your service of the ministry. You have a golden mask in your bag.
I put on the golden mask.
Okay. As you put it on, you're not sure if it's subconscious or magic, but you feel like your back straightens a bit more and a air of confidence overtakes you. It feels right to wear this mask. It feels like it was made to fit you. It's made for you. You've lived below your station for far too long, and it's time to rise up to where you belong. As you walk back out onto the streets of Amaranth, the High Elves look at you, and there's a puzzling look of kinship and confusion crossing their faces. Like they know you should be one of them, but something's just quite just not quite right. Roll me sneak and high society. Not for traditionally stealthing, but for trying to blend in and hobnob with the rich.
Oh, not 5. Jesus Christ. There we go. I'll take it.
So as you walk, most high elves, are giving you that, like, respectable berth, and, like, you're getting nods and small waves. And you go relatively unimpeded.
Well, you gotta act like you belong, right?
After a good 30 minutes of walking, someone runs up and tugs on your sleeve.
I look down and I'm expecting chillish.
Nope. It's 2 drow servants. Sir, you're late for your own party. Sir, we insist you come with us.
I will not have servant insisting upon anything from me.
What will your wife say?
My wife is a different matter.
Guess who sent us?
All right. Do I know who my wife is, or I'm just...
You have seen her once.
Okay.
When you collected the mask, she was asleep in that room.
Perfect.
And they kind of are gently goading you towards a large tent. And this tent is so magnificently constructed and large in the open airiness of Amaranth. It is 3 stories tall, with balconies. Magic is one heck of a thing. And as you are led inside the tent, we're going to put a pause on you. And we're going to switch back to the crew inside the darkest house for a moment.
Okay.
Because I've let them stew on their hiding long enough.
Thank you.
Mother crashes into the room, practically bashing the door open. You're leaving me, aren't you? Leaving your mother and never looking back. I knew you didn't care. You hear her throwing things around the room.
Were we able to hide before she got in there?
Where did you hide?
So if you're looking at the photo, to the left where that clock is, I happen to know that when you put a clock like that, there's a triangle of space behind it. And so I climbed up on that end table, and I got on top of the clock and then slid my little drow body right between the wall and the clock. Completely hidden.
Ori, where did you hide?
I'm on Cornelia's shoulders. I'm back there as well, crouched down on top of her.
Hold on, I'm behind the clock too.
I love drow totem pole.
Yeah, I mean, it's legit. That's a long clock. And also, I'm sure I needed a boost up. And then you spidered your way back there. So,
Exactly.
okay. We are a totem pole behind the clock.
As she kind of like throws things around the room, she chucks what sounds like a bottle of wine or brandy at the clock, and it kind of leans back into y'all for a moment.
doing my best to stay quiet.
I'm being quiet. Oh,
I'm
my
gonna
shoulders
be
hurt.
left all alone in this house, aren't I? The last thing you hear her just scream as she slams the door shut. The painting of the family falling off the wall. But the shadowy boy stays up on the wall.
Ugh. Spooky. I say we wait for a minute to make sure no one's coming back.
You hear the sound of her trudging up the stairs in the parlor.
So we're good to get out.
Yes, and there is another door leaving this room.
Okay. I crawl out and then help Cornelia out and apologize for just like dropping on her shoulders.
As you'll come out from behind the clock, the room has been trashed. She ripped open the couch. The lights have been knocked off the wall. Every piece of glass in the room is broken or cracked.
Sheesh.
Dog.
She was maulding.
Oh man, I'm glad she didn't think to look behind that clock.
And you notice on the picture of the boy, on the painting that fell off the wall, there's some blood on his face now. It wasn't there before.
Is it blood or is it? You said she threw something that had like
Wine.
liquid in it.
It is
So
as
is it blood or wine?
it is blood. It is painted on.
Blind.
Oh, wait, paint.
Yeah. Can we distill the paint out of this?
No, it looks like it's always been there, but something's changed.
Mm.
He's been hurt. But he's in a painting.
Do I recognize this little boy with my special eyes?
No.
No. Well, I mean, I'm guessing that's the man of the house. Harlow?
Philip Harlock?
Harlock, yeah. I'm guessing that's Harlock. Let's see, there's a girl, because he has a sister. There's his mom, Marjorie. And his dad, who I don't think we know his name. But he had a brother as well. Whose name we don't have. So this is clearly the family. Can we inspect to see if there's anything else special about the painting?
Nothing really comes to your eyes as you look.
Is there anything else interesting that's been uncovered in the room after she threw her tantrum?
I would say no. You see nothing new. But it sounds like Mother is still lingering around the stairs in the parlor.
Oh. So maybe we shouldn't go that way. Is there anything interesting in that box on the table?
You find a silver bracelet.
Oh. Any inscription?
Just simple silver. It's just a solid, like a band with a small gap to like get it around your wrist.
All right, sounds cute. Nothing bad will happen if I put this on, right?
Absolutely not. Never. Nothing in a million years would go wrong.
I'm gonna put this in my pocket. And then, is there anything of note about the book by the lamp?
Because of the grid lines, I could not see that book. It is an address book. And it has addresses of people in the Spire.
Oh, can I check for the Magisters?
It has question marks next to it.
Son of a bitch.
You see that there were like dozens of addresses scratched through before the question marks, though.
Okay, interesting.
You flip through, you see your own address.
Okay, is it accurate?
Yes.
May I email to have the company remove it?
No, because it was handwritten.
Ah, I don't like that. Is my team in there as well?
Yes, everyone you have ever met pretty much is listed in there. Even
Ooh,
down to
you're-
like Chillish, the fountain in Red Row.
Please don't call him out like that.
All right, I'm gonna take this with me. I have a lot of books in my bag.
Let's say I need to get you a bookshelf.
I
Bookshelf
know.
of holding.
Please.
I am waddling at this point.
I can take a couple of them. I have
I
some
mean,
deep pockets.
Let's not get into the fact you've got a metal leg on still.
No, I know. If you were going to make me explain it, I was going to tell you I used it as a counterweight and used it like swung it around to get momentum to fly me over the book, the clock.
Oh no. I just wanted to build tension by making y'all wait so long to find out. I wasn't gonna punish y'all. Y'all rolled well.
Oh, you son of a gun! I thought it's because we hid so well. Oh man.
Y'all rolled well. There was no need to punish. The punishment was making y'all wait that long.
That's pretty funny. Okay, I don't think there's really anything else to look at. Did we already read those papers on the desk?
I don't have the contents of those papers, so yes, you have, and it was nothing of note.
Got it. All right. You ready to mosey on along?
I am.
All right, let's get it.
Okay, y'all are gonna go to the room that is not back to the parlor, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, the one that is not around the mother.
You find yourselves entering a dining room.
Oh my, no, 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 no.
You know that feeling of almost recognizing something or someone as the knowledge sits on the very tip of your tongue? Everything in this room gives that feeling. The large dining room with dark green wallpaper and a long dining table of dark wood, matching chairs. An unlit chandelier hangs above the table, and there is a bowl of fruit on the table beneath it. On the wall bears a decorative mirror with a golden frame, and a prominent fireplace dominates the opposite wall. The small wooden door next to it. Visible trapdoor in the wooden floor is near the mirror. It has an iron pull ring. A feminine figure of chalk white skin floats as if she is underwater, her lithe feet never touching the floor. No matter how hard you try, you cannot see her face on. Her head is always turned away, and yet she seems familiar somehow.
Should we try to talk to her?
Do you want to?
So to kind of give y'all just a lay of the room a bit better, so there's the fruit basket.
Mhm.
There's a fireplace to the right of frame, to the right of frame. To the left of frame is a large mirror, and there is some wood storage and stuff next to the fireplace.
Okay. I would like to examine the fruit basket.
Okay, there's fruit in it. It's all fresh, ripe. Some you recognize from the Spire, some you've never seen before.
I'm pretty hungry. Is there anything beside underneath the fruit?
Yes, there is.
Oh, what is it?
A letter.
Ah. Ah.
May 1st. There are new rooms in the house I haven't seen before. Perhaps some that I've lost, but I can't remember them. It's as though the house changes, so too does my mind. This has been happening for a while now, and I've just forgotten. At this point, it's far beyond me wondering if this house is haunted. But I do wonder if the new rooms already existed somewhere else before. The house chose them because they already had their own haunting. Who are... I lost my ring. Actually, I lost it a few days ago. Last night, I dreamt that the reason I couldn't find it is it was stolen by a wolf. My dreams have been so odd lately. I should probably record them here and record them more often. Perhaps make some sense out of them. Strangely though, it feels almost I've already done that but forgotten it. Well, I suppose more reason to write them down, I suppose. May 4th. The house has eyes, and the eyes have teeth. There is a hole in the parlor. Not sure the house always had a parlor. In any event, there's a hole in the wall. I think something lives in there. First I thought it was an animal that had made a nest or home there, crawled in some outside hole. Seemed to remember hearing some scratching in there. It's back. Must have been outside in so long. I wouldn't even know where to guess where such a hole might be. A thought just occurred to me. Is the outside of the house growing and changing too? It seems like no, but some mornings when I awaken and look out the window just for a moment, it's as though I'm looking out into another town in another land. In the event, the hole. I suppose I am stalling. I don't really wish to write about it, but there's something disturbing in that hole. And it watches me. But more than that, I could hear a gnashing of teeth. Grinding. I went back to examine the hole in the parlor again. There was without question something or someone watching me from that blackness. They want something of me. Can't say that I'll be going back in there. That would be a possible claim before, but now with the chambers and passages in the house, I don't think it will be hard to avoid a specific room.
Very hard lock of him to write this. Is there anything underneath the fruit basket?
Nothing beyond those papers.
Okay. Ori, do you want to look around a little bit?
Is that a fireplace?
Oh, yes, it is.
I would like to look inside of it.
Okay. The fireplace has no wood. It's smooth brick stone. There's a little metal rack to hold the pieces of wood. There's a poker, broom, and dustbin attached by a little golden rack next to it.
Okay, I take the poker and kind of like slap it around the back of the fireplace.
Everything seems fine. No trapdoors, switches, booby traps, or anything of the sort.
I roll my eyes.
What?
I feel you.
Are you expecting one?
Yes, of all the things in this house, you think me checking for a hidden passage in a fireplace is too much?
Oh, no. That's a good point. You right. Fair is fair.
What if I look under the table? Is there anything under there?
But I will
Oh.
pause you though, because as you look around, you notice that where the wood storage is, there's the pile of logs next. There's a door right there, behind the
Okay.
logs. It's so short you would have to crawl to get inside.
Do I want to do that? Wait, Cornelia's smaller than me, right?
I'm probably significantly smaller since I don't have all those extra arms.
You talking about my arms?
You want to catch his hand? She's got 4 of them.
Catch all
One
of them.
has a gun. I can pistol whip you.
Okay, I'm sorry about the arm thing. but
Pistol
I
whip,
think
cure
I
the
would
pistol
fit
whip,
better.
punch.
With I sent you a DM real quick.
Yeah,
No,
I've
but,
got a request that I need to put my head into the fireplace and say diagonally.
Nothing happens.
Dub's like, you have to do it, please.
I respect the attempt.
God. Okay.
Ooh, may we retrieve any soot from this fireplace that could do any sort of painting type thing?
Not enough to paint with, but enough to maybe mark a door frame to show you've been somewhere before.
Okay, I'll take that.
We'll take it. I also put a little bit of on my eyelids just for a bold statement look.
Question: is there a candle in that candelabra?
Yes, there is.
I would like to take the candle.
Okay, you have a candle.
Drowning in candles. Do you already have a candelabra?
I'm just taking the candle itself.
Okay.
Maybe we can use it to, I don't know, paint with wax if we melt it enough.
Okay, I like where you're going.
Yes. Cornelia, do you stick your head inside the small door?
I would like to emit a little bit of light into it first to see if I see anything in there.
So you can see there's a small curving staircase you would have to crawl up.
Oh, hate that.
And about 4 steps up, you see a book.
Damn it, you know I love books. Okay, I'll go.
Okay, do you grab the book?
Yes.
Give me a compel or a resist roll. Just resist.
Uh-oh, is this one of those spooky books?
Actually,
Resist
no, but a little.
resist with any domain?
Nope, no domains. Just resist.
Okay, so that'll be a 2d10. I roll it, I type it, I mark it with a B, and I get an 8. Oh, not so bad.
You pick up the book. It is called Donning Spiritual Armor.
Okay.
And you feel compelled to read it, but you know you can put it down. But once you start reading it, you actually really like it, and you finish it. Takes about an hour. It sounds like it's going to be a religious text, but it's actually a short guide on fighting and defending against ghosts.
Okay, so I'm a little bit of a ghost hunter now.
So you get +1 die whenever a check involves a ghost.
All right, we got ghost dice.
And when you finish reading, the book disappears.
Okay, good, because I am carrying too many books.
Do you continue going up the stairs, or do you kind of retreat back into the dining room?
Does it look like there might be anything interesting up there? Can I tell?
You can tell they go far farther than you can see.
Okay, can I back up?
Okay. Ori, what are you doing while she's down in that room for an hour?
Checking around, just seeing if there's anything around.
You look at the mirror.
Okay.
Oh, do you? Question.
Yes.
Okay. You notice when you look at it, the ghost still turns away. Give me a investigate roll.
Okay, give me 1 second. Do I have investigate? I do not. Okay, so 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know shit about anything, man.
What's a mirror?
As you look in the mirror, you notice your hands start to become skeletal. But only the reflection of your hands. Your face becomes gaunt, your bones visible. Your clothes tatter in the reflection. And Cornelia, as you return from your little gallivanting trip to the small room to read a book.
Yes, classic Cornelia.
Okay, this fella is floating right behind Ori.
Oh no, are you DMing it to me?
Yes.
Oh no. Light out of my DMs. I don't want to look at this. No, it's a ghost.
You have one opportunity to do one thing of your choosing to it. What are you going to do?
What?
Pretty much, do you want to fight it, try to banish it? Tell me what you want to do, and we're going to figure out how to roll for it.
I mean, it doesn't seem off rip a bad guy. I don't.
What you can tell, you can tell that Ori seems distraught to a degree.
Okay.
And that it is right behind Ori, and that Ori cannot seem to move.
So, and you said any aura off of it?
Not that you can tell.
No bad boy aura?
None at all.
I don't know. I mean, maybe can I just do something to trap it in a nice way? You know, just to separate it from us?
Okay, give me a cult.
Okay.
Give me make your sheet because I want to make sure you can do something cool here. Give me fight, and you get an extra die because it is involving a ghost.
So I got fight and a cult, which will be 3. You said a cult, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Fight and a cult will be 3, and then a 4th for my ghost. Do me dirty, don't do me dirty. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go.
The ghost starts to like crumble and vanish before your eyes. For you banished it, but for not having much practice at exercising ghost, you banished it to the Spire.
All right. I guess we'll see him later.
Yeah.
That's my bad, bro.
As you can finally regain some composure and turn around, Ori, you see this fella looking at you.
Care for that? I just kind of look at him. I don't know what to do.
Crumbles away, his skull falls to the floor, and it too falls apart. You notice your body feels like some life comes back to it. You're no longer freaking out that you watched yourself like kind of rot and die on a mirror. And that is where we're going to leave off for next time.
All right.
A little bit shorter so y'all can have a chance to get some rest because I know you two have a tournament tomorrow.
Yee.